going to be looking. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking over Disney Plus. Sorry, not Disney Plus, just Disney, and we're going to be seeing if it's currently a buy at the current price point of $105.50. So, before anything, Disney is currently not making any money, right? So Disney's all the resorts, all the cruises, all the skate parks that they had are currently closed. They are not making any money other than what's coming off Disney Plus. But the issue with that is that Disney Plus is currently operating at a loss. So overall, Disney's not making any money, right? Personally, after what we've just seen off this crash, the $105 price point, I do believe it does factor in them not having any money coming in from any other sources other than Disney Plus, of course. The only reason why I would be afraid to invest in Disney currently is that we don't know the time that it's going to take for everything to open back up, right? The only way, like I said, Disney makes money is if their resorts, their cruises, if they're able to show their new movies off in the theaters, that's where they make the money, right? So if they're not able to do any of that, they can't make money. It's an entertainment company, right? So in my personal opinion, if you're going to be buying Disney, it has to be over the long term, right? Especially after I believe in the next 2 days we're going to be seeing their numbers coming out on May 5th here. Uh, we're going to see their numbers come out, and I don't think they're going to be reporting that big of a loss at this quarter, but I think next quarter, the one coming up this summer, is going to be a huge loss for them, right? But at the end of the day, when you look at Disney, it's a world class company that's not going to be going anywhere, right? The only true issue that I can see right now that will cause the price of Disney to fall under the $90 price point is if they cut their dividend. That's the only true thing I'm afraid of from this company, right? Since they're pretty much operating at a loss, and I don't think they can afford to keep paying that dividend, even though it's very small. It's only 1.67%. It's still billions of dollars that they're gonna have to keep paying out every quarter, and if they're not making any money anywhere else, it doesn't make sense to me for them to keep paying that dividend, right? Personally, I don't believe that they're going to be cutting their dividend in the near future. I can be completely wrong. Just because whenever you see a company cut their dividend, it shows a sign of weakness, right? You see that the management um, didn't do their job properly, especially in a world class company like Walt Disney, where there shouldn't be having any type of dividend cuts, right? They should have had the cash on hand to deal with all of this. But at the same time, somebody else can come through and tell me like, hey, they did have the cash, but they just had really good deals on buying Fox. Fox, and I wouldn't say that good of a deal, but investing a lot of money in Disney Plus and all the infrastructure that they needed to enroll Disney Plus, uh, I could see why they might have to cut their dividend. I don't believe they should. I believe that they should have been prepared, but I see why they also weren't, right? Because of everything that they acquired and everything they've enrolled in the past few years. So in my opinion, if you're gonna be buying this stock over the long term, right, especially with Disney Plus growing, and I easily think it's gonna maybe not overtake, but be on par with Netflix, maybe be a few, a million subscribers short. Um, Over the long term, I do believe that this is easily going to be a $300 to $400 stock. We just have to let it, um, generate that revenue during a good economic cycle. And currently, we're not in that, right? So, if you're willing to put money in Disney, just think of it as an investment that should take the next 5 to 6 years to really get back to where it was, right? I don't believe that the stock's going to be anywhere near the $153 price point, or at least not anytime soon. Uh, Simply because I don't think that after this Rona thing is done, not a lot of people are gonna be going right back into the resorts and cruises and stuff like that. So this is a stock that if you're buying it now, you should expect the dividend to get cut, and you should expect to average down on your position when it does, right? Personally, I've bought I think another 5 shares last week of Disney, but you have to be prepared to you have to be prepared to see the dividend get cut and the stock price fall around the $70 price point. Do I believe it'll happen? Yes. It's kind of like that 50-50 thing, right? Where you can't really predict it. If it does, yay, I get to average down on a world-class company. If it doesn't, listen, I already bought it at their lowest point. I don't mind it, right? Uh, Buying a company like Disney, especially an entertainment company, which is, I guess, semi-cyclical now since their Disney Plus enrollment, uh, it is a semi, I guess, risky business because of the debt they've taken on. But listen, if you're investing over the long term, you shouldn't have any issues with the stock, and you should always keep averaging in to the stock, right? This is one of those companies that I believe is um, extremely undervalued, and over the long term, we will see massive growth coming from Disney, right? Especially with the Disney Plus app. So, other than that, guys, thank you guys very much for watching, and have a beautiful day.